Hannah had graduated with hope in her heart, believing that life would reward her effort. But when she returned home, nothing went the way she imagined. Days turned into weeks, and weeks into months, yet no job came. Instead of comfort, her parents' frustration grew every day. Her mother complained endlessly, and her father's silence felt like a constant reminder of failure. The house that once felt warm now felt like a place she didn't belong. Hannah watched her mates who had learned skills in school move forward while she remained stuck. Slowly, her confidence faded. She felt unwanted, pressured, and exhausted from waking up every day to the same disappointment. One night, overwhelmed and desperate for peace, Hannah packed a small bag and slipped out of the house. She didn't look back. She just walked into the dark streets, praying that the world outside would treat her better than the one she was leaving. Hours later, she met a group that seemed friendly and full of life. They laughed loudly, dressed well, and promised her a soft life. Hannah, broken and tired, followed them, unaware that they were a prostitution gang known for recruiting vulnerable girls. To her, they looked like an escape, but she had no idea she had just stepped into a deeper darkness.
Hannah's new life started quickly. Before she understood what was happening, she was already living with girls who survived by selling their bodies. The gang wasted no time teaching her their lifestyle. They dressed her up, painted her face, and pushed her into the nights with promises of fast money and freedom. At first, Hannah embraced it, and after a while she rubbed cream that will make her skin fairer in order to blend and look like her mates. Then, the cash came faster than she had ever seen. She wore expensive clothes, ate good food, and took pictures that made her look like she was living a dream. No one questioned her, no one insulted her, and no one reminded her she was unemployed. She felt powerful for the first time in a long while. But beneath the glitter, a dangerous reality waited. The nights grew darker, the men became rougher, the money started to feel dirty, and the gang's rules were simple. Once you're in prostitution with them, you don't leave easily. Hannah told herself it was temporary, but deep down, she knew she was trapped. Then her body started to change. First, her hair began falling off. Then came drastic weight loss, constant fever, severe night sweats, mouth sores, and a tiredness that felt like her soul was leaving her body. Her skin changed, and she struggled to breathe some nights. Life was catching up quickly with her, and every sign she had pointed to one sickness, but she was scared to admit it. With each passing week, Hannah grew weaker. She could no longer stand for long, and her once bright eyes became dull and lifeless. Her bones showed through her skin. The vibrant girl who once dreamt of a successful future was disappearing. Finally, she gathered the courage to visit a clinic. Deep down, she already knew the result, but she prayed she was wrong. The test confirmed that Hannah was HIV positive. At this point, everything around her collapsed. The parties, the flashy lifestyle, the fake friendships, none of it mattered anymore because she started getting darker and leaner. She wanted to go home, to tell her mother she was sorry, to sit with her father again, to be the daughter they once knew. But no one knew where she was. For years, she had vanished from their lives, and they assumed she was fine. As her sickness worsened, the prostitution gang abandoned her like she was nothing. She spent her remaining days alone in a small room, fighting pain, fever, and regret. She replayed every decision that led her there and wished she had stayed home. She wished she had learned a skill like her mates. She wished she had waited for life to get better instead of running into danger. But life doesn't rewind. Hannah spent her final days in loneliness and deep regret of the path that landed her into this mess.